Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Lindor, not sure what to expect after that first pitch. There's a swing and a drive. That one's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. And a big factor for them in recent games, Luis Angel Acuna.
He's been a solid force for his team right now. Kind of a fire starter when you consider an on-base percentage over 400 over the last 10 games. That's solid, consistent work. He's making things happen for this offense right now.
Jeff McNeil, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Inside ball.
One out, base is empty.
Ball.
That's through there for a strike. Ground ball right side. Chisholm tosses to first. 2 away.
Batting third, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Juan Soto. That misses, and it's 1-0. 2 outs, base is empty. Close, but called a ball. Ball 2. Up the middle. Volpe throws to first in time. They get the out on Soto. That's out number 3. Nothing doing for the Mets. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here in New York, getting the nod in this one, Kodai Senga.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Fought off foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw.
Yeah, no question. Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. On the ground left side, 6. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, no outs. Judge getting ready to hit. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Here's the pitch. It's a double steal. Strike in there. Throw to third. Too late. Safe. Double steal. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That misses, and that's ball 2.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Ripped to short. Throws to first in time, and that is a big first out.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across 1 run. Still 1 out there to pick up.
1 down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Right side. Plays the plate, and they cut him down.
I think he could have had a better read than that. With the infield back and a ball on the ground, you're expected to score if you're going to go. To get thrown out at home plate, that's probably a bad jump by the base runner, but an excellent play on defense.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Checks over to first, back safely. Bellinger goes. Ball outside. Safe at second. He easily steals the bag. Two outs. And it's fouled away. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses, and the count's even at 2. Outside with a breaking ball. Austin Wells waiting to hit for the Yankees. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hard hit, right side. Tosses to first, and they take care of Stanton for the out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We head to the second from the big ballpark in the Bronx. Back for more from the Bronx. New inning getting started, and now it's Mark Vientos. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Rodon back to work. On the ground, right side. Chisholm handles, throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Outside low, 1-0. Rodon, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Brandon Nimmo at the plate now. That's ball 1. That clips the zone, and the count even at 1. And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
That one ripped. That's a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away. And now Francisco Alvarez. That one missed.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
And there's a ball. Center field. Bellinger has this one sized up. And there's 2 down. And next is the designated hitter, Luis Angel Acuna. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s. In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. 2 on, 2 outs. Just missed. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. The pitch. On the ground to third. And it's just foul. That was close. 2 outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
The count's full.
In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Jose Siri in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2 now. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. 1 run's in. The second run scores. And a 2-1 ball game now.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And now it's Jose Siri.
He struggled to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. That clips the corner. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Acuna on its second with 2 down. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Grisham makes the grab. And that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Wells, with some nice production in his last game, 4 runs batted in. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most.
McNeil throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Swing and a foul out of play. Breaking ball misses down and away. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, right side. Soto going after it. Makes the grab, and there are 2 outs. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Grounds one to short. Lindor on to first. And that is the inning. So the Yanks go in order. And our score remains 2-1. Back at Yankee Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. That smash towards center. Bellinger makes the grab.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
McNeil in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1's the count.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Soto in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a base hit right there. And that extends the inning.
Now batting,
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. 2-2. Soto off of first with 2 away. Hard hit left side. Over to Goldie. And the inning is over. Mets strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Right through there for a strike. And that misses. And the count is 1-1. That's down and in. Swing and a miss.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
the batter, number 11, shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. A single and a run scored and a walk. Vientos whips it to first. And that quickly 2 away. Wow, Singy, what a throw. We got to take another look at it, but this time with the numbers from StatCast.
Yeah, Boog, that's about as good as it gets. You'll see the hardest throwing infielders reach 90+ on throws across the diamond, so he's pretty much right there with the best infield arms in the game.
Zips it to first. That's the inning. Yanks held in check. Back now with the Subway Series. Here's Pete Alonso. First pitch just misses.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
The 2-2. And that's downstairs and outside. Hard ground ball, base knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Nimmo batting for the second time, and that's strike one. That one is upstairs.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Grounder might be two. To Volpe at second for one. On to Goldschmidt. That's two.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Now here is Francisco Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. And that's in there at the knees.
Ball, that's in.
Line drive, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning going. And now the Mets DH, Luis Angel Acuna. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
Hey!
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets leave one. They lead it 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
The right fielder, Aaron Judge.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Judge with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't, and this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Here's Stanton now. He's 0 for 1.
Ball, that's out.
And another ball.
No strike.
And you got to wonder with first base open, one out. Is he going to get a pitch to hit?
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Late with the swing there.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Next pitch is downstairs.
That's a really good take.
Austin Wells in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Toss to Alonso, and they take care of Stanton for the out. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one popped in the air, left field. That is the inning. One left for the Yankees, and they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Rodon back to work. Ball one on a pitch inside. Siri measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Ball, that's down.
That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And off the base of the wall. Round second, digging for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Lindor stands in now and watches strike one. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland, and a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender. And a swing and a miss. And there's one away.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Infield comes in now. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball one. Siri takes his lead at third with one away. Called strike right there.
I got a ball, one strike.
Out to short. Throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Juan Soto. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That's off the inside corner. And it's a ball and a strike. Next offering misses down and away.
2-1.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. 2 outs and a runner at third. And we're at the top of the fifth. Goes down looking. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees 1. Back in New York, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Paul Goldschmidt. Fouled off down the right side. Yeah, that's fouled off. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And it's caught for the out. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Up and in, and it's 1-2. And delivers outside. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Ripped on the ground to second. That takes care of Grisham.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. His 14th of the year, and we are starting over. It's 2-2.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Volpe, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
The count.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
And that one ripped into right. Soto makes the catch, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. 2-2 game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now with the Subway Series. Down to third baseman, Mark Vientos. Ball one there.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Bellinger makes the grab, one down. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. He's 2 for 2. Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Fernando Cruz takes over on the mound.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boo. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
And the first
Ball
pitch
one.
misses for ball one. Outside corner, there's a strike.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Caught him looking for the K. Here's Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 2. Close one, doesn't get the call. Okay, that's ball one.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
2-0.
That one
Ball
missed.
3-0.
That's a walk.
Ball 4.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Alvarez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. 6 straight outside the strike zone. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that is out of play. Next offering is downstairs.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Nimmo, the runner at first with 2 gone. That one drilled left field. And it is gone. That one felt good, and they add a pair. It's 4-2.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. There he got a splitter that he was able to handle, allowed that pitch to travel a little bit deeper, and when it was time to commit, his hands exploded through the zone.
So up next, Luis Angel Acuna. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
0-2 is the count.
And that skips in the dirt. Now a high fly ball out to left center. And that is that. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. It's now 4-2. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the 6th. And stepping in for the Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. The Yankees going with a pinch hitter, Jorby Beboss. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Jorby Beboss with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Here comes Aaron Judge.
Well, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here, trying to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Line drive, plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
First and second, no outs. Bellinger, the next to hit, just missed.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. High fly ball, right field. This can go the distance. Home run! That's worth the price of admission. It's 5-4. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Kodai Senga gives way, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. On the mound now, Jose Butto.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. First pitch, and he just misses.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
1 strike.
Outside low. Now 2-2. And that's in the dirt. Oh, great grab on the dive. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Just love watching this guy do everything. Swing the bat and make great defensive plays just like that. Remember, he won the Platinum Glove in 2016. You know this guy's the real deal defensively.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. 0 for 2 in this one. Late swing, foul to the left. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Out towards right center field. Siri in position. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here is Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 5-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, top of inning number 7. And now here is Jose Siri. Jonathan Loaisiga into the game.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Breaking ball misses down and away. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Got him swinging. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. First pitch misses. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Bellinger hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Jeff McNeil stands in. 0 for 3 in this one.
McNeil.
And that misses. And it's 1-0. That clips the inside corner for a strike. That one ripped. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second, as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
Ripped down the line, way back there. It's got a chance, and it is foul. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. A.J. Minter.
And something to be aware of, the long ball has been a little bit of a problem for him this year.
Now here's Trent Grisham.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Line drive, hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Look out! And it hit him.
Perfect.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. 1 for 3. Snap throw to first. Chisholm back on a dive.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
First offering, runner goes, squirts away a little bit. No throw, safe at second. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. Runner goes again. Pitching for a strike. Throws third. Save. That wasn't close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. One-run game, one out, one on.
Hey!
Just a weak fly ball this time. Soto pulls that one down. Runner tags for home. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning. Ready to begin the eighth. Leading off, Mark Vientos.
The third baseman, Mark
Loaisiga back to work.
That's a
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Ball one, no strike.
Just missed.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Tap foul at the plate. Loaisiga fires. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And there's the ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Pete Alonso in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
To third. Slings it across. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at-bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. And there's the strike. These 2 offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Fastball for a strike.
Well, no signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
And now 1 and 2. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. On the ground right side. Over to first. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly. Still down a run. It's 5-4. On to the bottom of the 8th. And now it's going to be Jorby Bebos. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Soto moving back for it. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Well, that one ended up a lot closer to a home run than I thought off the bat. Clearly didn't get it all, but with that wind blowing out to right, almost pushed that one over the wall.
And ball 1 to Judge. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Judge rips that one. Siri makes the grab on the run.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Bellinger at the plate and takes high there.
Counts 1-0.
That's in for a strike. And that's
Ball
downstairs
2.
and outside. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Back to the mound. He's got it. Slings to first. Out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left.
Leading off to the net, the catcher, number 4.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And fouled off. Got him. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't.
Now this one is hammered way back there, on its way and gone, and we are tied. He circles the bases. It's 5-5. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Certainly worthy of another look to find out the distance of that home run via StatCast. 470 feet. Singy, say it with me. Wow.
Yeah, he got every stitch on that baseball, and you don't see many homers go as far as that one just did. I'm sure it's already spread like wildfire on the internet, man. These kind of home runs don't go unnoticed.
Mets going with a pinch hitter. Jesse Winker. Big spot for him here. And here comes the Yankees manager. Tim Hill comes on now.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
On the ground. Sneaks through, base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. That one's in there, 0-1. Step off throw to first. And he's just back in. Oh, close play. And the 0-1. Ground ball could be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. 1 for 4 with a double. Strike 1.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Step off, throw to first. Lindor back in there. Lindor the move. Fought off foul. Pitch misses. Now 1 and 2. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. On the ground right side. And foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistake.
Runner on the go again. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Brings it in. And that's the third out. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. All even at 5 apiece. This is the Subway Series on the show. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Danny Young.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Wells swings through it for strike one. Action in the Mets bullpen. Edwin Diaz preparing to come on if needed. Nunez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. First offering, and it just misses. Line drive, base hit.
There you go. Winning run is aboard with 1 down. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jason Dominguez.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
On the ground, 2 ball. The underhand flip. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He's already homered here in this one. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. 2 outs, but the winning run is at first. Outside low, 1-1. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. Throw comes in quickly, but the winning run is now in scoring position, 2 away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Really protected with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting. Winning run in scoring position now, so a clutch AB could end this one.
Now a chance for Anthony Volpe. That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike 1. Winning run stands at second. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. We're at extras here. Now it's the right fielder, Juan Soto. That one to first, and that goes foul. Man at second. And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
On the ground, right side, Chisholm in plenty of time to first. They get the out on Soto.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a hit, but at the end of the day, it's a good at bat, especially.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tim Hill out of the game, and he leaves a runner at third. Luke Weaver on to pitch here.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Vientos in the box with one away as he takes ball one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. There's the strike.
They're pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the
hit, connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Now this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
Big at bat now as the polar bear Pete Alonso steps in. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. That one clips the outside corner. Strike one. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. 2 down, go ahead run in scoring position. That one way outside, and a count 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back in the Bronx, now the number 2 hitter, Jorby B-Boss. Pickoff move to second. Volpe dives back in safely.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. That's in for a strike. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. And the winning run is now only 90 feet away.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out. Now the game plan changes a little bit at the plate to get that go-ahead run home. The defense might pull the infield in.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Raging back towards the wall. In comes the winning run, and the Yankees walk it off in extra innings.
Well, you come to the ballpark hoping you'll see something special that day, whether you're a player or a fan. A walk-off win, nobody forgets that. A memorable moment that'll be logged.
6-5 the final here today. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. It's time for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the New York Mets taking on the New York Yankees. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is...
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. Our starting pitcher in this one, Garrett Cole. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Ready to go now. Here's the veteran shortstop, Francisco Lindor. That one fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Cole with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Swing and a ground ball. Volpe throws to first in time. One up, one down. Here's a Mets lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Hit hard on the ground is short. The throw to first, and Winker is set down. Juan Soto now. Cole, 34-year-old vet, a former first-round pick back in 2011. And that's outside.
1-0.
Ground ball up the middle. Over to Goldie. They get the out on Soto. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Mets 0, Yankees coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in New York, and today's starter, Sean Manaea.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball, he's going to go out there and give it his best.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Chisholm launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Right side, hard hit. Whips it to first. And there's 2 away. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And, Chris, that, of course, a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about guys, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the...
And that'll do it. 1-2-3, go the top of the second. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Cole back to work. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Oh, right to the backstop. Vientos into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Vientos leads off second with nobody out. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in. Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Vientos headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 1-0.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
So 2 down. Jeff McNeil stands in. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. Outside low. Ball 1.
1 ball.
Here's a batter who, for whatever reasons, plays better on the road. And that
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back for more from the Bronx. Bottom of the inning. Here's Cody Bellinger. And there's a fly ball deep right field. That's back. Out of here. His 11th of the year. It's 1-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Zips it across, and they get Goldschmidt for the out. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells, with 3 hits and 4 runs batted in the series. Line drive, caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
There's a swing and a drive. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The throw to second is offline.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. 2 for 7 in the series so far. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. Gone. A 2-run shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 3-1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Base is empty with 2 away. Jorbeat Beboss stepping in now for the Yankees. Out to short. On the run, throw to first, and they get the out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 3-1 ball game. 3rd inning coming up in MLB The Show's Game of the Week. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the veteran second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Fouled off. He was late. Cole was recently named pitcher of the month for some outstanding work on the mound. To the right side, Goldie. He'll do it himself. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Jose Siri will hit next. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
1 out, base is empty. Just missed.
That's a ball.
And that one clips the corner.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Lindor stands in here.
No ball.
Tried to hold
1
back
strike.
his swing there, but went around. 2 out, space is empty.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
And that skips in the dirt. This one in the air, center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Nothing doing here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Yankees. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. And ball 1.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
There's the strike. That one pushed to the left and foul. Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and there's 1 away.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
At the plate, Anthony Volpe. Foul ball there. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And out to first, and he breaks for second. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time. Runner goes again. Pitch inside. Throw to second. Out. Two outs. In the air, right field. Soto going after it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And that one cutting but missing down low. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Strike on the inside corner. Just missing there. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Get out of town. He'll touch them all. His 11th of the year. It's 3-2.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's Juan Soto. Grounded out his first time up. Ball one, no strikes.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Inside, just missed. Cole maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Makes the catch, and there's one gone. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. Clips the outside corner. Strike one. Vientos in his second season, 25 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Foul ball, still 0-2. The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Here's Pete Alonso. His first at bat was a strikeout. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball one. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Top half of inning number 4. A little bit low. And now 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Fouled off left side. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next offering is down low.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now, but not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back now in the Bronx, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Cody Bellinger. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Soto makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Grounded out his first time. That one way inside. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Close, but called a ball. And a count 2-1.
2-1.
To the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering. 2 up, 2 down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. 0 for 1 so far. Started to swing, held up.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Out to short. Lindor on to first. And the Yanks go quietly. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Cole back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Mets need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
That's in there. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. And that's in the dirt. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one's carrying. It bangs off the wall. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Nimmo takes low, second trip to the plate in this one.
Right. 1-1.
And that skips in the dirt. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're at the top of the 5th. Base hit! Grisham gets it back in quickly. Lead runner puts the brakes on, so now it's runners at first and third. And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. That one outside, and that's ball 1. That's down and in.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to.
Runner on the go. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. And that is out of play. Alvarez, the runner at third. Nimmo at first with no outs. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. The next pitch misses, and the count's full. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Infield comes in now.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Siri takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
2 on, 1 out. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
That one drifts inside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
On the ground at first. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
A potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman has got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Just off the inside edge. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. Bounces off the wall as he makes a great grab. Here comes the runner from third. He'll score on the sac fly. Back even. It's 3-3.
Wow, pretty amazing that only ended up being a sac fly. So much excitement and a great effort out there to take on the wall as he hauled it in. And for the batter, could have easily been a double or even a triple. But you know what? He'll take the sac fly RBI.
Winker, the next to hit, takes outside. That one is absolutely belted. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and now they're out in front. It's 6-3. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So 2 down. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. Not even close there. And that's ball 1.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
And here comes the Yankees manager. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Mark Leiter Jr.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And there's ball 4.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
That was the sweeper, but it missed. That misses the zone, and the count is 2-0. And another ball. That pitch in for a strike, and the count is 3-1. And there's a foul ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boo. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Alonso lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Out to short. Volpe tosses across the first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now 6-3. Back after this on the show. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
0-1.
That one hit to right. Soto. And there's one down. And stepping in for the Yankees, Trent Grisham. He's already homered in this game. Swings through that one. 0-1. Grisham, first-round pick of the Brewers in 2015. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
2 down, bases empty. Jorbeat B-Boss stepping in now for the Yankees. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. Back to the top of the lineup. Next to hit, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And a foul ball. That one almost got him.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
2 outs. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Alonso squeezes it, and that is that. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. And that one is inside ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And that's in the dirt. Now 2-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. So digging in, Brandon Nimmo. That one finds the zone. 0-1. There's the strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Good eye in that spot. And that's 2 in a row. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. McNeil having a lot more success on the road this season. Pitch misses. Ball 1. That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a 2-out double.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
And now, Jose Siri.
0-1.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. McNeil headed home. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline. And they lead by 4.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here comes the manager out of the new pitcher for the Yankees, Ian Hamilton. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Ball 1 low.
1-0.
Siri off of first with 2 away. Check on the runner, and he's back safely. And that's off the inside edge, and it's 2-0. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, out there, and the inning is over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-run lead at 7-3. Back now with the Subway Series. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
That's a base hit and a good start to the inning. Aaron Judge at the plate. Judge rips that one. And forget it. So he blasts one out the other way. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 7-5. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. That's it for Sean. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, A.J. Minter.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Bellinger stands in now, looks at that one inside. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the bottom of the 6th. Bellinger hammers one deep to right, and it one-hops the wall. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. He's in there.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Has grounded out a couple of times. Left center base hit. Heading for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
No outs. Runner at first. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And there's a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he whipped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Stepping in, Jason Dominguez. And that one fouled off. No outs, runners at first and second. Just missed.
1-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. That's towards center. Lindor on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away.
That's a really nice play ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Grisham in the box now. Takes strike one.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue finish off this hitter.
On the ground, could be two. Lindor, that's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of it.
We go to the top of the seventh. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Hamilton, 6'1" righty. He features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a four-seamer. Strike two.
No ball.
That's hard hit on the line. And it gets by him. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into second with nobody out.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Here's Jesse Winker. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the fifth.
Just seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
Hamilton ready to fire now. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And that's just foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And that's fouled off. Man at second.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Up the middle. Makes the grab. 2 down. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, and that will end the inning. So a missed opportunity after the leadoff double as they strand the runner. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Mets 7 and the Yankees 6. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Daniel Nunez.
And this could be a tough first test for him right here. His numbers against lefties aren't great this season.
Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now at the plate, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 3 in this one. Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-1. With the tying run on at first, here at the bottom of the 7th. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. Bebas into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Anthony Volpe digs in now. Late swing, fouled off. So the tying run at second. Fought off foul.
One and 2.
This one in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Pickoff move to second, and he's back in safely. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to third. Safe. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away. Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge. He's already homered here in this one. Slider misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
The other way. Drops into the glove, and that is the third out of the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We're at the top of the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Hamilton back to work, and there's the strike. In the air, out towards left center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. Next to hit, Francisco Alvarez. 1 for 3. And strike 1 to the catcher. And that's down and away. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Clips the corner, and the count 1-2. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Volpe throws to first in time, and 2 away now.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
So 2 down now, and here is Brandon Nimmo. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tim Hill on to pitch out of the pen here.
Don't expect to see a whole lot of swings and misses, but he's going to compete out there on the mound.
And takes low for ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Goldie. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. New arm out of the bullpen, Danny Young.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Bellinger swings through it for strike one.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And the sweeper misses for a ball. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And we have a tie ball game. It's 7-7. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Paul Goldschmidt now. And that's a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Base hit center field. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
Now here is Austin Wells. And fouled off. On the ground to second, might be two. Boots it. Safe at first without a throw. Let's see how they roll this one.
I think he just rushed that one. Great chance to turn two, and as an infielder on a play like that, I think guys can get a little excited and forget to make the play one step at a time. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get none.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Sean Reed-Foley.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Digging in, Jason Dominguez puts a bunt down, sends it across to first. The runners move up on the sacrifice.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Here's the left fielder, Trent Grisham. Golden opportunity right here. And that one fouled off.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. It'll be a big pickup if he can push a run across. Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Right side. There's one. And the batter now, Jorby Bebos. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Into the corner, but foul. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Liner, and this could be trouble. One run's in. Around third. Relay throw home. Head for a slide, and he's safe. And they take a 2-run lead.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So, runner at second, 2 down. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make it. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Jose Butto.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Volpe stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Late swing fouled off. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fastball is outside. That one missed.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Aaron Judge would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
McNeil gets it to first. They limit the damage here. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. Last chance coming up here for the Mets. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. And there's the strike. This to third, Bebos. Throws across the diamond, and a quick out, number 1.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
He's 2 outs away. Siri getting ready to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tim Hill won't go any further. One down, base is empty. Off the mark there. Ball 2. That one catches the corner for a strike. And a swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And it looks like he wants to go through the signs again. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. So last chance for the Mets. Francisco Lindor, the next to hit. And there's a ball.
1-0.
Two down, nobody on. That one finds the corner. Going to count 1-2. One strike away. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one ripped to left. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees slugged their way to a win in this one.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
And 9-7 is the final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.